All right, we got a lot to talk about. So news is a lot today. So we're gonna start with the first news story here. So Sasha Banks and Naomi walked out on Raw last week. It has now been a week since they've walked out. I was gonna do this yesterday, but it was a holiday. Family was here, so that didn't work out. But I'm doing it now. So what happened? Well, apparently Sasha Banks and Naomi saw that they were booked for a 6-woman match. It was Sasha versus Naomi versus Becky Lynch versus Asuka versus Nikki Cross and Piper Niven, I believe, was everyone in it. And it was like the winner of the match would face Bianca Belair at Hell in a Cell for the Raw Women's title. And apparently it was penciled in Naomi would win, pinning Sasha Banks. That was later proven wrong. It was going to be Naomi pinning Nikki Cross. And Naomi was going to face Bianca Belair at Hell in a Cell. Sasha Banks was then penciled in to be facing Ronda Rousey at the pay-per-view for the SmackDown Women's title. So both of them would go after the champions, but they would both lose at the pay-per-view, and that would be that. Sasha Banks and Naomi did not like that, and instead they wanted to work an angle with them defending their women's tag belts against Piper Niven and Nikki Cross. But WWE wasn't going to let them. So apparently they then, during the show, went to John Laurinaitis, dropped the tag belts on his desk, and walked out on the show. And then, obviously, the main event was then changed to a singles match between Asuka versus Becky Lynch. And that's that. So Sasha Banks and Naomi kind of walked out. And it's been reported now that there's obviously a lot of heat on them backstage, mainly Sasha, then Naomi. I think mainly it's because Naomi, look at her relations. She's married to Jimmy Uso, who's the cousin of Roman Reigns, who's WWE's golden boy. So, I mean, and if that's the thing with Naomi, if Roman wants her in the bloodline, WWE will put this all under the bridge. Sasha Banks, this isn't the first time she's left, and she's had things to say multiple times before. So, apparently she and Vince got into a shouting match about this too. So, there's that. And as we continue, Sasha Banks and Naomi have gotten rid of all mentions of WWE on their Twitter. WWE has taken down their Facebook pages, has removed all their merch from the WWE shop. They then, on SmackDown, like on screen, suspended them, and then said they let us down. They let us and millions down. This was parroted through Michael Cole. Wow. So a lot of people thought this was a work. Now it's not a work. Come on, it's not a work. Apparently, also Naomi was just in talks of getting her contract renewed because her contract's coming up, and now that's kind of been like, well, that's not happening. How do I see this going? Sasha Banks is. I genuinely believe Sasha Banks is done. I think Sasha Banks is done with WWE. She's going to leave. I don't think she's going to AEW. She wants to continue filming because she's gotten more opportunities because she was in season 2 of The Mandalorian, and she's gotten more calls ever since then. So I think she's just going to go and film in TV shows and stuff like that. Naomi, I can see her coming back because of Jimmy Uso, or she just leaves the business altogether, really. But yeah, that's where we're at. Support for them has mainly been online because apparently in real life, a lot of people, wrestlers and management, are not happy with them. So, ugh. But that's the big news with Sasha Banks and Naomi. We have news now of Ric Flair's coming out of retirement. Oh, freaking joy, because that's what we needed, right? That's exactly what we needed. Uh, so yeah, Ric Flair coming out of retirement. Woohoo. He's going to be teaming up with FTR in a six-man against the Rock and Roll Express, two youngsters in this wrestling world. And they were going to be teaming up the Rock and Roll Express with Ricky Steamboat. So it was going to be real young talent in this match with Ric Flair. But Ricky Steamboat has said he's not going to do it because he pretty much just said, I don't want to tarnish my legacy. Good on you, Ricky. It has now been reported that it might be Hulk Hogan coming out of retirement to take his spot. Oh my god. Just a bag of bones in this match. Jeez. I hope it doesn't happen. Really, I hope it doesn't. Get to some good news now. Jim Ross has signed an extension with AEW. It was a 1-year extension, but Jim Ross, he signed an extension. Good news. Good. I like to hear a good old JR on commentary. You know, boom, boom. WWE 2K23 is officially in production, in development. We don't know when it will come out, if they're going to go back to October, or if this will come out in March next year. But WWE 2K23 is in development right now. Big Finish has 2 more interludes for Doctor Who. Let me see if I can get this up, because of course I forget to put something up for the news. There it is. Okay, here we go. Okay. So professional. So there's gonna be 2 more interludes. Of course, these interludes are like download only things that come with certain sets. So one of them is actually out now, called The Dream Nexus, which was released with the 6th Doctor Waterworlds box set, which introduces Hebe, the new companion. That one is, we have the description for it here, which is The Dream Nexus by Adam Christopher. In the distant future, Earth's empire is held together by the network, an AI interface that connects all of its citizens. But the network has collapsed, trapping millions in a dream with no way out. Could there be an answer in the fungus forest of Zota Kappa? While the Doctor and Hebe use their scientific training to help the research, Mel joins the research too, in a far less pleasant way. It's going to be written by Adam Christopher. So this seems to be like a little bridge between this set, Waterworlds, and the next set with Hebe. It's like this is the little like story in between to bridge the gap. And then the next interlude will be with the 7th Doctor in his box set Silver and Ice, which comes out next month. It's called The Haunting of Brick Place by Georgia Cook. Hackney Village of the 1540s. Brick Place is a new construction, the first house in London built from bricks. But it already has a ghost. The apparition of a young woman dressed in black walks the halls nightly, whispering strange incantations. Nobody knows what this entity is or what it wants, until Ace and the Doctor arrive to unlock the mystery. So this one is not with Mel. So this is not going to be along the lines of bridging the gap between the 7th Doctor box set and the next 7th Doctor box set. We don't even know what the next 7th Doctor box set is. But this one, from the cover, looks to be during season 25. So Ace and the Doctor are just starting to get to know each other. So from what I saw from the Clive Banks timeline, he put this at the end of season 25. Like, legitimately, this is the last thing in season 25. So I agree, because the 7th Doctor, you know, he's got his white beige jacket on. The 4th Doctor box sets. We have a detail for the 4th Doctor box sets. This isn't going to come out to 2023, but we got some stuff on it, which is pretty much, it's just got a name. That's all it is. It's got a name. So this comes out in March 2023, and this is the first of Tom Baker's as the 4th Doctor. It's going to be called New Frontiers. We have the names of 2 of the stories, which we already have. We've had these names for years, but now we finally have details on one of them. which is Ice Heist by Guy Adams, which will be 4 parts. It says, recently the world changed for Margaret Hopwood. Everything she knew was turned upside down by the arrival of a strange man in a blue box, and now nothing in her life seems the same. So when he comes back with a lady called Leela and an invitation to an unusual art gallery, she's more than happy to join him for the ride. And what a ride it is, because it's an art gallery on a distant world, where a deadly plan is about to commence, one involving creatures called the Ice Warriors. So this is obviously continuing from the story that they did in the recent box set Solo, where the Fourth Doctor meets Margaret Hopwood when he's alone, and now they've come back with her, and I believe she's going to be a companion for this season now. So I guess I'm gonna have to get it. I'm gonna have to go get Solo. Joy. Next up we have Bernice Summerfield has a new box set, which is coming out in, let us see, when does this come out? And this comes out in September, not too far away. So we're done with the Unbound universe stuff, and we're back in our world, I believe, but she's still with the Unbound Doctor. So this is called Blood and Steel, and well, with 4 new adventures. So we have 4 stories. We have the Wilco Men by James Goss. Why do the Cybermen wish to save the people of Berlin? Number 2 is Wolf by Aaron Lamont. A young man returns home. Will he save his village, or will it save him? Ubermensch by Rochana Patel. Why does the Doctor want Bernice to join a German archaeological expedition? And finally, Off Widershen. Can Bernice Summerfield stop an alien invasion after it has happened? So this is going to be taking place, it looks like, in 1930s Berlin, with the Cybermen. So there's that. Cool. It's been a while, I think, since Bernice Summerfield has actually got a box set. She's mainly been getting audio books recently. So nice for her to get a box set. And then we have this, which is coming out in December, and I can't freaking believe they're doing this. The War Master is his set in December has been revealed, and it's a crossover with freaking Dorian Gray. Alexander Vlahos is back to play Dorian Gray. I can't freaking believe it. They're doing they're officially canonizing in Doctor Who Dorian Gray. What the hell? So this is going to be the 4th story in the set, which is called Escape from Reality. It's the last story in the set. It's called The Master of Dorian Gray by David Llewellyn. Makes sense, it's written by David Llewellyn. He's done a lot for the Dorian Gray series. It says, seeking the power of immortality, the Master works himself into the life of Dorian Gray, but can he change how the story ends? So I believe from the cast list, this is going to take place during the Picture of Dorian Gray adaptation, not Big Finish's Dorian Gray series, but I still can't believe they're even doing it. That's insane. I have the entire Dorian Gray series, bar a couple of their special releases. I have the entire Dorian Gray series on the Big Finish app. Can I find it? I'm thinking it. Here. The Confessions of Dorian Gray. If we go to the actual, come on, if we go to the actual thing, please, thank you. So if we go to the actual Confessions of Dorian Gray site, page, I have the adaptation, which is the Picture of Dorian Gray, which I've actually listened to. And the adaptation, it was pretty good. I actually quite enjoyed myself. There were some bits I wasn't comfortable with, obviously, because that's just how I am. If you know, you know. But other than that, I did have a good time. And then I have all of season 1. and 2, which are in like a set. Season 1 and 2 are in a set. If the thing will stop taking me to the bottom. Yeah. I have season 1 and 2, which is in a set. Season 3, which is in a set. I have these 2 stories on their own, which is Frostbite and Trick or Treat. Then I have season 4. I don't have this box set here called The Spirits of Christmas, which I believe is just Christmas stories. I have season 5, which is the last season. There's The Lost Confessions, which I actually also don't have. So there's that too. So still some stuff I need to get for Dorian Gray. Isolation, which was a thing they did in lockdown, which I have. And then they have the anniversary of Dorian Gray for 10 years coming out. So the Confessions of Dorian Gray, The Spirits of Christmas, is... It's 2 stuff. Okay. These are full cast Dorian Gray Christmas stuff. Desperately Seeking Santa. And All Through the House. So I might have to get this one. This takes place, I believe, in between 4 and 5. So when I get there, I'll get that. And then The Lost Confessions is just stuff they never did. And these are just audiobooks now. These aren't full cast audio dramas. This is just like stuff they never did. Which is Last Man Standing. There are no such things. The Last Confession. So I may get those as well. And then we have the anniversary thing, which doesn't come out till October, which I probably won't get. Because what it contains. So I won't be getting the anniversary thing. But everything else, the Lost Confessions and the Christmas thing, I might get. But yeah, I have not listened to the first episode of Dorian Gray. I've only listened to the picture. I have not started listening to the actual confession stuff. I probably should now. I feel like I'm in the mood to do it now. Similar short thing here. Rick and Morty, it was announced that they are getting an anime spin-off. I am so in. Rick and Morty, the anime? Bro, let's go. And then they also confirmed that they're going to be in the Multiverses video game coming out. So that'll be cool. And then we have... Oh, boy. What a way to end this. Jesus Christ. Gotham Knights, the new CW show, has the poster out. Can you believe that? They have the poster out. And let's take a look. So looking at it, that piece of whatever. I'm trying to find it. We have in the front a man. He's slightly older than everyone else. He's got kind of blonde hair. He's kind of looks like he's the head. If I have anything to assume, that's Dick Grayson, right? Then off to the side, starting from the right, we have a girl. She's kind of got red hair. I would assume that's Barbara. We've got a girl in the back. I don't know who she is. She could be a number of people. But she's kind of got, you know, I don't know what to say. I don't know who she is. Then we have a black girl in the back. I don't know who she is. And then we have another guy on the side here. If I had to guess, I'm like, this is probably Tim Drake. Or, you know? Well, I'm wrong on all of that. So the guy in the middle... No, let's start from right to the middle. Middle guy is last. So the girl who I thought was Barbara is actually Duella Dent, the daughter of Harvey Dent. The girl in the back, who I had no idea who she is Harper Row. The black girl in the back, who I had no idea who that is, that's Carrie Kelly. And then the guy on the side, who I had no idea, is Cullen Rowe. I'm assuming that's Harper Rowe's brother or something. And then the guy in the middle is Turner Hayes, who is going to be the adopted son of Bruce Wayne, taking up the mantle of Batman. I want this show to die a death. DOA. This show is going to be dead on arrival. No established, well-known Batman people are in the show. No Dick Grayson. They decided, Gotham Knights, it's going to be about Batman's adopted son taking up the mantle. Yeah, Dick Grayson. Even if I'm not Dick Grayson, you don't want to do Dick Grayson, fine. Tim Drake. Damian Wayne. But no, we're going to make up our own dude. Maybe it's for the best. Maybe because this show's going to suck. So they're going to ruin him. Better to ruin a fake made up person than an actual established one. No Barbara Gordon, no Tim Drake, no Damian, no Jason. They've cast Stephanie Brown. What's she gonna do? Stephanie Brown's with Tim Drake. This is her big character. Tim Drake's a vital part of her character. Misha Collins is playing Harvey Dent. Harvey Dent, who, despite Batman having already been established in this world, never became Two-Face. And he's got a daughter, Duella Dent, who for some reason is in the show. Duella Dent, by the way, is also the name of who might be Joker's daughter. So we're just taking that name. Okay, let's get the other ones. Harper Rowe. She's here for one reason only. We all know. Cullen Rowe. Don't know who the hell he is. Carrie Kelly, who is supposed to be Robin in The Dark Knight Returns, set in the far future. And they've also done the thing they do with all the gingers. And she's now black, because gingercide is real. Don't believe me? Look at the new Percy Jackson. Look at Batgirl. Coming out soon. Look at the MCU with MJ. They hate redheads. Look at The Flash and what they did with Wally West. They hate redheads. Redheads are being destroyed in Hollywood. Dude, this show, I can't wait for it to die a death. I hope its death is... I don't want it to be slow and painful because I don't want to see this show. I hope it gets a pilot. I hope they look at the pilot and they say, this show sucks and we're done. Screw you. Screw you all. That's the news. Looking outside now. I think we're getting some sun now. Which is good. Maybe I can take a walk. And now let's talk about the weekend. What I did this weekend. The big thing. The thing this episode is named of. This weekend, on Sunday, I went to the movie theaters and watched 2 movies. Did a double whammy. A boom boom. Double whammy. So, at 12 o'clock, I went with my parents to go watch Fantastic Beasts: Secrets of Dumbledore. We got there. My parents each got a hot dog and fries. I got the fries with chicken strips. Very good. And we had a good time. We watched the movie. The movie was fine, I think. Obviously, the question of making a 4th one is up in the air because of J.K. Rowling. But the movie itself, I think, was just a fine movie. I do question like why the Wizarding World is more advanced in Fantastic Beasts than it is in Harry Potter, but it's like the hindsight. Um, Mads Mikkelsen, he did a good job, I think, as Grindelwald. I would have preferred Johnny Depp. But Grindelwald in this movie, though, I think his characterization was a bit off. Because in the last one, he did horrible things, yes, but he doesn't come off as like a pure Muggle hater. He just sees the Muggles as beneath wizards. This one, he was very much Muggles suck. They're disgusting creatures. So I think the characterization was a bit off there. But other than that, I did enjoy this movie, and I did have a good time. Then Oh, no, no, to stop that, there was Aberforth. Dumbledore was in this movie. Aberforth, whatever the hell you call him. We don't know Dumbledore's brother. He was in this movie too, so that was cool. We got to find out who Credence actually is. He is Aurelius Dumbledore, but he's not their brother. He is Aberforth's son, who is dying because of an illness. So that's probably to write off Ezra Miller, because Ezra Miller is a nutcase. Yeah, he'll die off camera. And now Dumbledore, he and Grindelwald's like blood pact has been destroyed, so they can now fight. We can finally have Dumbledore and Grindelwald fight each other. Tina Goldstein was not in this movie at all. She was there like at the very end at the wedding for Jacob and Queenie. I love Jacob, man. Jacob is great. Um, yeah, I really did like this movie. I thought the movie was a fine movie. Not again, not it's not like the best movie ever to exist, but it was just like a nice movie that I was like, you know what, I'm content with having spent my time watching that movie. That was a really good time. Then the movie ended at around 2:40, and our next movie wasn't until 4. So my mother had the idea of, well, there's like a little pub down, like legitimately across the road from the movie theater. We'll just kill time there. And I'm like, oh, okay. So we went over there. We killed time. I was not gonna eat anything after those chicken strips and fries. Um, my mother and father shared a salad, and then at around 3:40, we went back and we got ready for the next one. My mother and father got themselves some popcorn. I don't know why. They legitimately just ate a salad. My father was a bit tipsy because he had like 3 mimosas at the bar. And we watched another movie, which was the Downton Abbey movie, A New Era. I did watch Downton Abbey, all 6 seasons. And then I watched the movie, and then I watched the second movie. Um, yes, I like Downton Abbey. Shut up. And I thought the movie was fine. The movie was just like a longer episode. I did prefer the Fantastic Beasts movie to Downton Abbey, but watching Downton Abbey, I was having fun. It was nice. It was kind of like they're in the era where pictures are I see, I'm talking like them because they call movies moving pictures. They're in the era where movies are just starting to talk. It was nice. They showed the beginning of dubbing. uh, yeah, all the cast came back. They all look so older. Hugh Bonneville, man, slimmed out. What the hell? And oh my god, uh, Alex McQueen was in the movie. He was like the sound guy who was showing them how to dub and with microphones and all that. Oh my god. Of course, Alex McQueen. I know most. He was, I don't know, Julius, I think was his name in the thick of it, and he plays the Master on Big Finish. So there's that. That's where I knew him from the most, is the Master on Big Finish. He's a fantastic Master. Get him on TV. And Maggie Smith as the Dowager. She died at the end of the movie, which is sad, but yes. And now the question was like, are they going to do another one? I think they'll do one more because this movie, the way it happened, wasn't the way it was supposed to happen. They were supposed to go to America. Instead, they went to France because of COVID. So I think they will do one more movie, which will be the American movie they plan to do, and then that'll be it. And yeah, I thought Downton was fine. It was pretty much just a longer episode. But overall, good weekend. I had a really good weekend. And yeah, back to normal now. Here we go. So yeah, that's all I got. And yeah, it was a really good weekend. I had a really good time. And here's to more.